The day Amma met her neighbor's child. A heartwarming story about friendship and second chances. Morning sunlight painted the walls of Amma's little house in gold. The air smelled of jasmine from the garden. Snowy was curled up by the window, purring softly, healed, happy and lazier than ever. It had been a few weeks since the day he went missing. Life had returned to its slow rhythm. But Amma still felt the silence sometimes. She had learned to live with it, the quiet that lingered after laughter. Her children rarely called. Her neighbors were polite but busy. She had accepted that this was what growing old felt like, peaceful, yet sometimes painfully quiet. Until that morning. She was hanging clothes on the line when a loud thud startled her. She turned to see a small ball rolling across her garden, bright red, bouncing gently until it stopped near her feet. And then came the voice. "Sorry, Auntie." A little girl, maybe 8 or 9, peeked through the gate. Her hair was tied in 2 uneven ponytails, her smile wide and uncertain. Amma picked up the ball and smiled. "No harm done, child. Come take it." The girl hesitated, then opened the gate slowly. Snowy, curious as ever, jumped off the windowsill and trotted toward her. The girl gasped. "A white cat," Amma chuckled. "His name is Snowy." "He's more spoiled than most children," the girl giggled, crouching down to pet him. "He's so soft, he looks like cotton candy." For the first time in a long while, Amma laughed, a real laugh, full and bright. The girl introduced herself. "My name's Tara. We just moved in next door. Mama's still unpacking boxes." From that day, Tara became a regular visitor. She came after school, sometimes with her homework, just to talk. Snowy followed her everywhere, sitting on her books, chasing her shoelaces, stealing her biscuits. Amma found herself making extra cups of tea, saving sweets, and waiting by the window around 4 o'clock, the time Tara usually came running through the gate. "Snowy, your little friend's late today," Amma would say, pretending not to look at the clock every few minutes. One afternoon, Tara arrived with a small notebook. "Can you help me write a story, Auntie?" she asked. Amma smiled, adjusting her glasses. "A story? What kind?" Tara thought for a moment. "About someone alone, and then got a friend." Amma looked at her for a long time, then she smiled. "I think I know that story very well." And together they wrote. Tara scribbled with excitement, her handwriting messy and full of energy. Amma guided her patiently, the way she once guided her own children with their homework. Snowy, of course, sat right on the notebook, demanding attention. Tara laughed. "He wants to be in the story too," Amma chuckled. "He already is." Days turned into weeks. Tara's visits became the highlight of Amma's days. Sometimes they baked simple biscuits together. Sometimes they just talked about school, about Snowy, about dreams. For the first time in years, Amma stopped counting days by chores. She counted them by smiles. But one day, Tara didn't come. The next day, she didn't either. Amma tried not to worry, but the garden felt too quiet again. She even poured a little milk into Snowy's bowl and whispered, "She'll come tomorrow, I'm sure." And then, just as the sun began to set the next evening, a small knock came at the door. Tara stood there, her eyes red, holding a folded piece of paper. "Mama was sick," she said softly, "but she's better now." Then she handed Amma the paper. "This is for you." Amma unfolded it carefully. Inside was a simple drawing. Amma is sitting on her chair, Snowy on her lap, and Tara beside them. Underneath it were 5 words written in big, uneven letters. "My best friend is Amma." Amma's throat tightened. She couldn't speak for a moment. So she did what words couldn't. She hugged the little girl tightly, tears falling freely. Snowy meowed loudly, weaving between their feet as if saying, "I told you she'd come back." That night, Amma placed the drawing on her wall, right above Snowy's basket. She looked at it for a long time, her heart full. "Looks like our family's growing, Snowy," she whispered. He blinked, purring contentedly. The next morning, the house felt different, brighter, livelier. Not because the silence was gone, but because love had found its way in again, in the form of a small, loud, and curious child who had accidentally kicked a ball into her garden. And from that day onward, Amma's home was never truly quiet again. There was laughter, stories, spilled milk, and soft purring, and in every sound she found life returning to her heart. Because sometimes joy doesn't knock softly. Sometimes it rolls in like a red ball, straight into your world, and gives you back the laughter you didn't realize you'd lost.